What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, episode number 8, you guys. Episode was titled Queen versus Queen. So, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and aren't subscribed to the channel, I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video and give me a big, huge thumbs up, you guys. So, with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss The Real Housewives of Potomac, shall we? All right, you guys, I don't know how long this review is going to be, because this episode right here, just as bad as last week's episode, right? So, before I get into it, I do want to address some things that I saw in the blogs. One of them we'll talk about briefly. Both of them we'll talk about briefly, but one of them we're going to bring it back up later in the review. So after all the backlash from last week's episode, Boy Robin came out with a statement last week saying that she was trying to keep Wendy from losing her jobs and everything. That's why she was recording her. That's why she did everything that she was doing to try to keep Wendy from losing her jobs. But it's going to come back up a little bit later in the episode. Also, Monique came out with a statement last week saying that, she applauded Wendy for, not hitting Mia, something that she didn't do. I'm like, and when Monique was talking, when I saw that statement from Monique, I was like, Monique, you still talking about the fact that Candace hit you with the glass. That was a reaction after you slapped her. Okay, girl, whatever. Then it's like you trying to make yourself out to be the victim still. Like Candace, you're trying to make it that Candace was Mia and you're Wendy. Nah, boo. Reverse that. You're Mia, Candace is Wendy. So we open up the episode where we left off in the last one, which I saw this clip last week on Twitter. So what's bothering me is the hypocrisy, right? So the fact that Giselle, Saturn's rings, turkey neck, slinky neck, the fact that she is sitting here talking, and here's what's blowing me when it comes to them, talking to Karen, and I'm going to talk about Karen in a few minutes too, right? So they're telling Karen that she didn't do anything to diffuse the situation. I was like, what the fuck was she supposed to do? The same thing that you want Karen to do, you and your little flunky sidekick, Boy Robin, could have done something too, but y'all goofy asses decided to sit there and watch the shit. So what you talking about here, right? So then Karen, she was outside talking to Mia's ugly ass, looking like the crypt keeper, looking like death's door, just looking pathetic as hell, right? Now let's talk about Karen real quick, right? So Karen keeps saying that both Mia and Wendy, it was two wrongs. Now you guys know how I feel about Karen. You guys know that I love Karen, right? But what we're not gonna sit here and do is keep trying to make it out that Wendy did something wrong. And one of my YouTube friends on here, Jeremy Speaks, he actually he did a video last week where he was talking about Karen, and he spoke nothing but facts in his video with Karen. Karen is straddling. I will give Giselle one thing. Karen is straddling the fence. Karen did this with Monique and with Candace. She straddled the fence. It's okay to say I'm not even gonna talk about Candace and Monique in this particular situation. There is no two wrongs right here. Wendy told you in last week's episode, you asked her, so when you mentioned was that before or after the drink toss? Wendy said it was after the drink toss. So when she said it was after the drink toss, that's like somebody come up to you and just hauling off and punching you in your fucking face, and you be like, oh, okay, well shit, the bitch just punched me in the face, so nah, bitch, I'm finna go low. Like, and that's, Mia is lucky that she's dealing with women like this, because if I was a woman and I was on this cast, I would show Mia just how low I can go. I know Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. Nah, baby. When they go low, I go to hell and back. I'm gonna go down to hell, bring you with me, and I'm gonna come back up, and then I'm gonna go high. But no, when you go low, bitch, I'm going to the pits of hell on your raggedy ass. So, like I said, I've already talked about that. The thing that's just is baffling to me, the fact that Giselle and Robin want to sit here and tell Karen that she could have diffused the situation. How could she have diffused the situation? Because nobody knew what Mia's big manly, big feet, big face, ugly face, raggedy ass was gonna do. Wendy was talking, and Mia just said, how was Karen supposed to diffuse that? And then also, kind of like what Ashley said to Mia, you a big ass, you too big of a girl for that. She is. She's too big of a girl. She looks like a nigga. She looks like a nigga with a bad wig on and fucked up ass skin is what that bitch looks like. And if you guys have an issue with me saying bitch, sorry, it's gonna come out today because Mia pisses me off. So we see them, so they're getting ready to head back to the house. Now, see, somebody came at me on Twitter, like, because somebody was like, oh, you know, talking about Mia wanting Wendy and the girls out of the house. Y'all, let me school y'all on how Housewives works, right? Let me give y'all a little, because somebody wants to argue me up and down that Mia paid for this. No, Mia did not pay for this trip. Production scouts where the girls are going to go for their cast trip. Production picks one of the girls to say, hey, do you want to, you know, they ask them about hosting a cast trip. Then production gives, you know, finds the house. Production does give them the itinerary. They don't pay for nothing. When they go to them restaurants, they don't pay for anything. Production pays for that. Everything that, especially in these group scenes, production pays for it. Even when they have those parties, the production gives them the money for that stuff. They don't come out of pocket for it. Their interview looks, they don't pay for that stuff. It is paid for by production. Anything that production is putting, they're putting. Now, when it comes to like their individual events, they don't pay. When it comes to their individual events, that is stuff that they have to come out of pocket for. But as far as these group trips and all that kind of stuff, they are not paying for it. Because somebody's like, well, when Marlo kicked the girls out of the house on Atlanta, did production pay for that? They sure the fuck did. Marlo's raggedy ass didn't pay for that. How do you expect for Marlo to pay for all of those girls when she just became a housewife? Exactly. So Mia tells them that she's gonna be leaving at 8:30 in the morning. Girl, good riddance. Don't give a fuck, right? So these are some whack ass women. Like, these are whack women, right? They're still talking about the fact that they wanted Karen to diffuse it. The same way you saying Karen should have diffused it. Saturn's rings, turkey neck, slinky neck, ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Bitch, you could have did something. You could have pulled that flag off that you call a wig. You could have pulled that flag off and waved it. Hey, no fighting, boy. Robin, yo Hulk smash ass. Me, Robin, I'm going to stop you. Like, you could have said something like, I smash you, Mia. I smash you. Like, you could have said something like, you could have done something. You could have flexed your muscles. Like, you could have done a lot. You could have done some stuff. So yeah, don't put this all on Karen. Like, y'all facilitated the bullshit, right? So when they got back to the house, Wendy packed her stuff and she left. Honestly, I don't blame Wendy. Would I have left? No. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I would have stayed, and I would have dared Mia to come to my room, because if Mia came to my room, Mia would have got her block knocked off. That's what would happen if she came to my room. I would have knocked that bitch's block off. Period. Point blank. Right. So she went to a hotel. So let's pause here and let's move forward. So here is where ring around the rosy, you know, ringworm, Saturn's rings, turkey neck, slinky neck. You know, this is where she really lost me at, right? So they were talking to Ash. She was talking to Ashley, and it was her and Charisse, her old Bob the Builder built ass. So Charisse, and now I did make this point last week about Ashley, and Giselle made the same point, but Giselle, you're being a hypocrite, right? So Giselle is like to Ashley, you know, you were very upset last night. She's like, yeah, I don't agree with violence. And Giselle was like, that's interesting, because, well, I'm glad that you weren't there when, you know, at the barn. She's like, and I said I didn't agree with that then. You might have said that, but you did take your raggedy ass and write a character statement for Monique, who was 100% in the wrong. So Charisse, Bob the Builder ass, want to sit here and say that, oh, well, that's quite contradictory. Your friend next to you is contradictory as well. Your friend next to you went and got a goddamn security guard talking about she and I'm raising girls. You're still raising girls, but you okay with us? I was about to call Mia out of her name, and I was about to call her something nasty. You okay with a trick? That's the nicest thing I can say. You okay with a trick throwing a drink at Wendy for no fucking reason, but you had a whole issue with Monique. See, and that's my whole thing when it comes to Saturn's rings and when it comes to Boy Robin. And I'm gonna talk about Boy Robin in just a minute, right? Because Candace has made it to Miami. So we see that Boy Robin, she went to Candace and she was just elated and gloating about what happened with Mia and Wendy. And then she wants to sit here and blame Wendy. Y'all are blaming Wendy. Don't y'all love to say people love to say use your words, but then when it's somebody that you don't fuck with, oh fuck the words, because the bitch was just talking too much shit, so it was bound to happen. Where was it? Granted, I ain't the biggest Monique fan, but where was this at with Monique and Candace? Oh, I know where it was. It was up your ass because you couldn't stand Monique. That's where the shit was. Y'all full of shit. So, and that leads me back to that fucking PR statement. Because the producers were saying, so you're on Mia's side. Yeah, because I don't like Wendy. We know that, bitch. We know that. Like, we know that. Like, you guys, I swear to God, I can't stand Mia. Her big manly built ass with them big ass feet, with her busted ass clit. Ugh. Bravo. Don't bring that disgusting piece of trash back next season. So Karen is talking to the ladies. Actually, she's talking to Ashley and Candace. They call Wendy up. It's Karen's birthday, so Karen wants to celebrate her birthday with all the ladies, right? And so she's inviting she's inviting Wendy to whatever day's events they're going to have. So she's going to go tell Mia. So she told Mia, and Mia was like, no, I don't think that'll be good because you can't speak on my family. Girl. On top of you being a pathological liar, you're delusional as fuck, right? So that's what it is. You're a liar and you're delusional because you started with Wendy, telling Wendy she needs to check in with a nigga that ain't her fucking husband. I'd be damned if I check in with the likes of a Peter fucking Thomas. Fuck Peter. Like I said last week, fuck bitch ass Peter. Peter is a bitch. Like Nene told him, he's a bitch. And Peter stays in women's business. And that's why I can't respect a nigga like Peter. Niggas, stay out the women's. Don't y'all always try to say that for the other men on these shows? On Married to Medicine, y'all come at Dr. Eugene when Quad talks about him. He's not supposed to defend himself. Like, get the fuck out of here. So then we see now you guys know I like Candace, right? Candace, this is part of the reason why the ladies treat you the way that they treat you. There's nothing wrong with the fact that Candace is very emotional. I don't have an issue with that. I have no issues with the fact that Candace cries, right? But for me, the reason why I think that these girls run over Candace the way that they do is because they perceive Candace as a weakling. Because Candace was crying because she was triggered, right? And Robin, She-Hulk built ass is in the pool talking about why is Candace crying? Because y'all are ostracizing Wendy for Mia. And I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes too, right? But like I said, Boy Robin, she just keeps justifying it. And it's just bothering the hell out of my spirit that you and this ugly ass hair are justifying this situation, right? Bothersome. And I'm so glad that Candace said something to Karen because Karen was like, they were both wrong. She's talking about Mia, Wendy lied. And I was thinking the same thing that Candace said. Karen, there's no comparison. Words are just that. Now, granted, we can't tell people, and I know y'all people gonna be like, well, JB, you can't tell people how to react to certain things. That is 1,000% true. You can't tell a person how to react. That's like telling somebody, that's like the age-old saying, don't go to a gunfight with a knife, right? So I know that. You can't tell a person how to react, right? But you should, as an adult, you should know how to use your words. You should. I know how to use my words. Now, only time I'm not going to be able to use my words is if I see that the situation is escalating and I'm like, oh, this bitch want to fight. Then that's when we going to, If the words game, if we ain't matching with words no more, you want to get in my face and get physical, then that's when the physicality is coming in. But I can match either way. We can go physical or we can go verbal. Which one you want to do? Verbal, I got you. Physical, I got you. Don't try me. So I wish Candace knew how to fight. I really do wish Candace knew how to fight, because if Candace knew how to fight, these women would not be fucking with her, right? But let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So after Karen went and talked to Mia, and Mia said she don't want to be around Wendy, Karen was like, okay, whatever. So Karen was talking to Ashley, right? So Ashley says, okay, well, how about we do this? How about you and I go out and see Wendy, and I'll even put my differences aside with Candace. I'm still sitting here looking at this big football head. Ashley. I was on Ashley's side for a hot second in this episode, but then that preview for next week's episode reminds me why I cannot fucking stand Ashley Darby. I loathe Ashley. She's Ashley. Today, she's going to be Ashley Darby. I'm going to call her by her name. Today, she's Ashley. But next week, Ashley is going out the window next week. Hey Arnold Stewie is coming back next week. But this week, she's Ashley Darby because I was actually on Ashley's side. God, it must be a cold day in hell for me to ever be on the side of Ashley fucking Darby. Ashley Darby. I can't. Oh, God, it kills me. It pains me to say I was on Ashley's side. But I'm still stuck on why this now, I'm going to call her football head for right now, because I'm still kind of confused. What is your issue with Candace football head? Like, go and fix that big ass noggin. Go, especially in that interview with that ugly ass fucking, that bob looking like Doja Cat. I want her to pull that fucking wig down just a little bit, because, girl, it's exposing every bit of that wide screen that you call a forehead. But you know what? Like I said, I'm on her side this week. I'm not going to read Ashley. We're going to be nice to Ashley for 1 week. That is painful to say. I'm going to be nice to Ashley. Ashley. Y'all, we're gonna be nice to Ashley this week. And only this week, right? So, the thing is, Mia wants people to kiss her lumpy ass booty. And that's what's bothersome to me as well, right? So, Ashley and Candace got in the car with Karen, right? And in the other car, it is Charisse, it is Jacqueline, it is Robin, and it is Giselle, right? So they're going to be going to the Savoy Hotel so that they can go to the beach. Like I said, the other girls are... Now, what did Mia fucking think? Crip Keeper looking ass. What did she think that they... Like, did she just think Karen was just going to go check on Wendy and not her actual friend Candace? And the other girl who's semi-cool with... Girl, go to hell. Go to hell, and hopefully it burns some of them craters off your fucking face. So, Mia got in her feelings because Candace and Ashley got in the car with Karen. And so she went over there and told them, so yeah, when you guys come back, you're going to have to find somewhere else to stay. Baby, production would have had to... I would have been like, you know what, production? Yeah, I might want to get this hoe, because I'm finna jump all over this bitch's face and beat the shit out of her. Like, I would have whooped... At that particular moment, I would have whooped Mia's big foot, big face, busted clit ass up. I would have ate that. I would have ate her for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would have ate that hoe. Like, I would have beat the shit out of Mia. Mia would have got her ass drugged. She would have thought the lumps in her ass hurt. Baby, the lump that would have been on her forehead would have been the worst. Would have been the lump that she really needs to get checked out, right? So, both Candace and Ashley talked about her feet, and they went to meet up with Wendy, and Ashley texted her telling her she's basically being petty and she's gonna stay. Oh, ratchet ass hoe. I was like, exactly. For once, we actually agree, right? So we see the others. They at the beach, and they ask Jacqueline and Mia had they ever hooked up with each other. They say no. I believe otherwise. So, you know what's so funny to me about Mia is the fact that Mia's talking about what a good friend she is Girl, are you really a good friend? Because I could have swore not too long ago you blasted your best friend Mia, not your best friend Mia. Mia blasted her best friend Jacqueline. Girl, if that's what you call a good friend, I don't need it ever in my life. So we see Wendy. So Wendy's meeting up with the girl. She's still hurt about what happened, and rightfully so, right? So she's telling the girls that, Mia keeps talking about Peter's her brother, but Peter told her that Mia did some snake shit to one of his ex girlfriend. I believe it, because if a bitch will blast her best friend talking about she's a domestic abuser, I don't put anything past her. Like, I put absolutely nothing past a woman like Mia, or whatever she considers herself. So they had these guys take a picture. Now the fact that boy, I'm like, oh boy, Robin going gay, ain't she? Because she got this, she touching all over that man. I'm like, oh girl, your girlfriend over there I don't know if your girlfriend gonna like that. Because your roommate, he don't care. Your roommate don't care, but your girlfriend might be a little bit offended. So then I'm gonna wrap up the episode, you guys, because I'm at the end of my notes. So I do want to say congratulations to Candace. Candace left lunch with Karen, Ashley, and Wendy. But her and Wendy actually went to the studio. They met up with Trina. That is so damn disrespectful. They met up with Trina. Like I said, congratulations to her for the song. So Karen and Ashley make it back to the house. So Mia was supposed to be hosting a birthday party for Karen, but she's in her feelings because Karen went to go check on Wendy. Mind you, Karen told you she was going to check on Wendy, but Mia just wants people to kiss her ass. And Karen's like, girl, I don't need no damn birthday party. I got flowers from Ray Ray and I am good. I was like, hey man, Karen, let that raggedy know that you don't need shit from her. Fuck Mia. Literally and figuratively. Fuck Mia. But that's all I got, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn your post notifications. Share the video, you guys. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys. I'll actually see you guys tomorrow for... I'm going to watch the family reunion, VH1's Love and Hip Hop's family reunion. I'm going to watch it, see if I like it. If I like it, we'll definitely do a review for it. But I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.